while we wait for you to bid farewell to us en route to Côte d'Ivoire 2023, I also want to reiterate and once again advocate for the government to revisit the existing policies and rules and laws to have sports in general as a priority and productive sector. The returns will be immense. If we are able to launch our professional league, we are able to entice the private sector by way of them having some returns in their investment into sports, it will be a whole different thing. Thank you very much. May Allah guide us to progress and prosperity and come back here, inshallah, with the trophy.
To thank the captain and his team, the Scorpions of the Gambia, for doing whatever you can to ensure Gambia qualifies for Afcon for a first time and a second time in a row. And this is not a small achievement by any ways. It is not small because we understand the challenges that you face. But despite those challenges, you continue to focus on the most important thing, and that is to go out there and do your best and qualify the country to Afcon. And just like it happened the last time, history repeated itself, because Gambia in this Afcon is the lowest ranked team that is going to participate among the 24. But we are hopeful that being the lowest ranked team does not make you an underdog in the real sense. In fact, in anything, it makes you better. It makes you more committed and more determined to do more than what you did the last time. Because when we went to the Afcon of 2021, several people thought we were going to not even go past the group level. But we went beyond that, and we surprised everyone else. It is the same teams that we are meeting, and it is the same people that are playing in the national team. So if we were able to defeat a big team like Tunisia in Cameroon, we were able to draw with Mali, and we were able to defeat Guinea, we definitely should be able to defeat any other team that stands before us in this Afcon. And I say this with absolute confidence in the ability of the players, with absolute confidence in the tactics and the skills of the coach. And the whole country is behind you as you travel tomorrow to go to Abidjan or to Yamoussoukro. His Excellency the President is not here, but definitely he is thinking about all of these things as it happens. And he has done whatever he could to probably find a way to make him witness this and do it himself, but unfortunately, there is another event. So I'm going to go towards the end of the statement by saying what I promised yesterday in the signing ceremony at QCell, that government is going to come bigger than QCell. And of course, we are coming bigger. Mohamed Jai is all looking at me. I know he wants to know how much we do. So for the government, the President, His Excellency, has tasked us and has given an approval for government to make a contribution of $171 million towards the Afcon, and already $150 million has been paid by the Finance Ministry towards the event. The remaining amount would be provided as we progress. So this is to take care of the bill that came out from the organizing committee of $388 million. So yes, a lot of money. We still have a deficit that is very high if you take out all the other expenses. But I want to extend our appreciation to the Vice President and to the Minister of Finance, Honorable Keita, and to his team for making this possible. But what is the significance of this? It shows that His Excellency President Barrow and his government is committed now more than before to continue to support the development of sports in this country, especially for football. And that is why, despite the competing priorities, government is able to provide this much, a huge amount increase from the last Afcon, to be able to take care of, not all, but most of the team's requirement. And by this, we also want to say that the players have also had a 100% increment in their camping allowances and in their match bonus compared to the last Afcon. Finally, President Barrow has also given approval for the issuance of diplomatic passport to all the national team players. And they have processed that today, and I'm sure they will be getting their passports very soon. This would make travel easier for the team, and it will also be able to give them that motivation and that courage to do more as they go into Yamoussoukro tomorrow.
President of the Gambia, Honorable Minister, GFF President Kababajo, CEO of QCell, Mr. Jah, and my head coach, Thompson Faith, members of the government, my teammates, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the national team, we want to say thank you for your support and your continuous contribution towards the success of the national team. We cannot do it without your support. And for that matter, we want to thank you for your support. Even though sometimes our demands can be a bit high, but we do it for the betterment of the national team. And on behalf of the players, I will assure you guys that we will do our best in every battle, every game, in order to bring back the glory days that we did in the last Afcon. We all know last time what happened, and what we did was amazing, but we want to do more. And hopefully this time around we will achieve our goals to pass this, the quarterfinals, to the semifinals, or even the final, with your continuous support. And once again, I would like to say thank you for your support, and inshallah, we will make you proud again. Thank you.
I'm not really prepared to talk long. I heard beautiful speeches from different people with touching words. But I go very short back to what our president of the federation said. It was 2002, 2003, and I was a young coach, 28, 29 years old, working in Scandinavia. And I saw in Belgium a player, Mustafa Kemal Ndao, a tall striker from Real de Banjul, and I thought I have to bring him to my team in Scandinavia, in Faroe Islands. Never an African player played ever in history in Faroe Islands, but he was the first African in that country, and he opened doors for many. And through Mustafa Kemal Ndao, I got in contact with people like Idrissa Sonko, Sori Seifo, Ibu Sila, and I said, guys, it's my dream to coach in the future your country. I believe the Gambia has all the quality, even in that time, to compete with the best in Africa. And I applied, and I called, and I did everything to get the job, sent faxes, emails, but it didn't happen for many years. And in 2010, I had to play with Namibia, the Brave Warriors of Namibia, here in the Gambia. And we lost 1-3 or 3-1 against the Gambia. But the fans were amazing. The stadium was packed, and the atmosphere was fantastic. And I thought by myself, I really want to work in this beautiful football nation with so much potential. And years went past, and I got more experienced in Africa, outside Africa, and as national team coach. And it was one of the most important moments in my career and in my personal life to get that opportunity from the president of the GFF, Lamin Gababajo, in July 2018. And it changed everything for me, but it changed also a lot for the Gambia. And since that moment, we wrote history. We had first, very simple history, the biggest crowd against Algeria. We drew twice, home and away for the first time in history against Algeria. And step by step, the history became bigger. We won our first away match in Angola. Never a Gambian team did that in a competition. We qualified as group winner for Afcon. It never happened in the past. And more Gambians went abroad, and more Gambians went to bigger teams. And the impulse for the local football club owners, academy owners, felt the motivation because they got recognized by the world of football, not only within Africa, not only with their connections in the countries they had already, but all over Europe. People wanted Gambian football and want Gambian footballers. And step by step we grew, and the result that we qualify and that we first of all finished historical 6th in the last Afcon and qualified again is a result of everyone in the Gambia, starting with the government, with their never-ending support, starting with the federation, with the eye for development, but also with a federation. I worked for 10 federations who always support the coach and try to give the team, the staff, the players and everyone, everything they can do. And naturally also the local clubs and academies who develop these young boys. We went with 27 players to last Afcon, and today we have 27, and 66%. I do it especially for Musa behind me. He knows that I like statistics. 66% of this group played last Afcon. Got that reward of being 6th, but 9 of the 27 make their debut in Afcon. Young players who 2 years ago were still supporting the team, and now are giants in European football already and ready to show what they can do for the country. But more than that, we worked as a team to the stability. People spoke about Comoros, people spoke about in 2019 about Madagascar. They never qualified again. We are back to back. The result, last Afcon, didn't happen by any other African country over the last 40 years. A back-to-back qualification from a debutant almost never happened in African football. Being there is something special. Being there is representing this beautiful nation. And I said, Gambia is the smiling coast of Africa, and I'm the smiling coach of Africa. Because we wrote history together so many times, and I can't do it by myself. I'm supported by the best technical team, the best team manager I ever worked with, the best in the world. I have the best players, and here are 27, and I can tell you, I know that the public sometimes asks for different names, but calling these people who dropped was the most difficult thing I had to do in the last 2 years, because so many Gambian football players deserve to be there. Players with experience, but also young, talented players who will be there in the future. But telling them it's not yet their time was tough. But the guys who are selected, the guys who will represent the coming weeks, the Gambian colors, they will do everything to make you proud, to try to get as far as possible and to write more history. Gambia won twice against Senegal, but never in a competitive match. First and victory was a friendly in 1966. The second one was a friendly in 1973. Strangely enough, 1973 is my year of birth. So to finish, I would say to my players, to the staff, but to the whole Gambia, Nekala and Dongo. Let's go for it, guys.
With your permission, allow me before I deliver the address of His Excellency President. As you see, the honorable ministers are here also present. We felt that as everybody is contributing, the cabinet also felt they should also contribute to this effort. So on that, maybe with your permission, can I ask Honorable Musa Drame to hand over our contribution to the minister? Coach number one, as the elder of the group also. Okay. Retired coach, yes. Okay, that's. Cabinet has. I mean, cabinet has, like I said, cabinet has contributed so far. What we have collected so far is about 350,000 that we are handing over. There are still some balance that is still pending that will be coming up. Okay. Thank you very much. I think because this is the President's Day, so I don't want to add any. Although I know that the President of GFF has made some remark, but I don't want to respond to that. As you are aware, His Excellency the President would have loved to be here, but due to other engagements, in fact, he's out of the country. Maybe in passing, he's just received an award, you know, in Mauritania, given by the African so for peace and democracy. So I think we need to congratulate him, you know, and support him, because with his efforts, it is taking the name of the country everywhere. All heads of state always applaud him. It's always an honor to represent him in different fora out of the country, because when they meet you, the first thing they'll tell you, "Oh, I love your president." And a few of them has told me that they want to invite him on a state visit. You know, I think he does us proud. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let me just read the statement on behalf of His Excellency, the President Adama Barrow. In January 2022, I took pride in bidding farewell to our Scorpions as they left to participate in the African Cup of Nations Afcon tournament held in Cameroon last year. Here we are again in a similar ceremony with more zeal and higher hopes to bid our darling Scorpions farewell as they embark on another journey to contest in the next edition of the tournament. Our national football team is doing so with their heads held high to represent the nation again. And this is symbolized by the red, white, blue, green of colors of our national flag, which are also obviously the colors of our jerseys. We have noted that as they march forward with the desire of making history as Afcon champions, the Scorpions continue to build on their achievements, thus making us proud and boosting our morale and confidence in the team. As you prepare to travel to Ivory Coast for Afcon 2024, which is scheduled to start on 13 January 2024, I consider myself lucky as the first sitting Gambian president to see our national soccer team off for the second time running on such patriotic mission. Ladies and gentlemen, my government's support for the sporting fraternity, football in particular, is to show our conviction that football is not a mere game, but a worthwhile global investment for programs for progress and development. The determination of the Scorpions, the commitment of the officials, and the desire of the fans and all Gambian citizens are geared towards raising the bar higher for the Gambia's international presence and standing in the world of football. While the game contributes to good health and the general well-being of the players, it is also a means of earning income and an opportunity for business investment. Thus, it is an essential contributor to the economy. Football also has diplomatic implications, noting that Gambian citizens serve as ambassadors in other countries by playing in renowned football clubs. Their skills and talent continue to benefit them in various ways to the appreciation and pride of all Gambian nationals. Such players proudly contribute to uniting the diverse community of Gambians under the national flag. In this connection, I call on all Gambians, the business community, and philanthropists to support the Scorpions and widen the scope to include all sporting activities. From a number of perspectives, sport is another avenue to engage our young people positively. It reduces drug abuse and allows the youth to maintain healthy bodies and sound minds. This transforms them into the role models, especially for other young persons. Our darling Scorpions, as you begin the journey to Afcon 2024 in Cote d'Ivoire, remember that you are representing the nation, young and old, male and female. I urge you, therefore, to raise the Gambian flag both on and off the football pitch. The way you conduct yourself will mirror the Gambia, now known worldwide as a land of peace and the smiling coast of Africa. I have no doubt that you will maintain the trend of making the people proud. Your participation in the Afcon Games signifies a lot about the degree of seriousness with which you compete as professionals. We know how determined you are and will be with you in spirit as you play, expectedly with honor and dignity. Always remind yourself that it was through teamwork that you have come this far. As a result, I encourage you to carry on working together in the same spirit. Each of you has a role to play, ranging from the players and coaches to the officials and fans. Collectively, you make a good, solid team and should remain united with the common aim of returning home with victory. As I have always assured you, my government is willing to go the extra step to support you morally and financially to ensure that you do your best as ambassadors of the nation. With these remarks and sincere best wishes, I will now hand over the national flag to the captain of the team. We pray for your successful participation in the tournament and return home victorious. May Allah be with you all the way.